practice like slow movement and focusing on our breath and the movement. But right now, so maybe we are just like taking a look at this video first before you can like follow through this one. But this one is it is in Thai.
จากสนามบินสกิปโพที่จะมาอัดวิดีโอ
So she make a presentation
นะคะฉะนั้นอาจจะมีเสียงเครื่องบินอะไรแต่อะไรบ้างก็ต้องขออภัยนะคะแต่เป็นเพราะว่าเรามาอยู่ในธรรมชาติที่มันสวยงามมากมีวัวมีทุ่งมีอะไรแต่อะไรเยอะแยะนะคะฉะนั้นวันนี้เนี่ยดิฉันอยากจะอธิบายในเรื่องของการรำไทเก๊กขี้กงนะคะว่าดิฉันต้องการเอาเรื่องของไทเก๊กขี้กงเนี่ยมาเป็นวิธีการปฏิบัติสติปัฏฐาน4หรือพาตัวใจกลับบ้าน
Okay, so first of all, he just talk about the scene that she's making this video. So maybe that is not the main focus here. And then she said that she would like to make this qigong as the way to practice the meditation. So this is not this is different from the traditional or structural forms.
นะคะฉะนั้นในขณะที่เรารำเนี่ยไทเก๊กขี้กงขอให้ยึดหลักอันนี้ไว้ว่าหายใจลึกๆแล้วก็
So when you are doing the qigong, you should like taking a deep breath and then making a movement very slowly.
แล้วก็การเคลื่อนไหวช้าๆเนี่ย
Because all the slow movement and the deep breath is the foundation of your mindfulness.
กายานุปัสสนาสติปัฏฐานกฐานเวทนานุปัสสนาสติปัฏฐาน
So this is to practice the sensational base and also the movement
เวลา
base.
ที่คุณรำเนี่ยนะไทเก๊กขี้โกงขอให้หายใจลึกๆแล้วก็เคลื่อนไหวช้าๆแล้วก็ใช้ตาใจนะคะคือธาตุรู้ตัวสติตัวนี้เนี่ยมาโฟกัสนะคะมาปักลงไปที่ฐานก็คือลมหายใจการเคลื่อนไหวตรงนี้เนี่ยนะคะก็พยายามเนี่ยทำไปแล้วก็เหตุผลอีกอันนึงนะคะที่ดิฉันเนี่ยต้องการที่จะทำให้มันลัดสั้นว่าฐาน1กับ2ลมหายใจการเคลื่อนไหวความรู้สึกส่วนกายเนี่ยมันสำคัญอย่างไร
Okay, the reason that we should like take a slow movement and a deep breath is that to use this kind of two things as the foundation, so that we come back to the as in this morning she mentioned about house number 1, house number 2, house number 3 and 4, right? So this slow movement and the deep breath is taking you back into the foundation of number 1 and number 2, the movement and the sensations.
นะคะทำไมเราจะต้องมารู้แต่เรื่องลมหายใจการเคลื่อนไหวความรู้สึกส่วนกายเนี่ยถ้าจะอธิบายให้มันลัดสั้นที่สุดนะคะ3สิ่งนี้ในที่สุดแล้วก็คือหน้าตาของฐานที่4ธรรมานุปัสสนาสติปัฏฐานหรือจะให้ลัดสั้นเร็วกว่านั้น3สิ่งนี้ในที่สุดคือสัจธรรมสูงสุดคือพระนิพพาน
So all of this kind of movement and slope and deep breath will bring you to the ultimate truth. This is like the foundation that she mentioned.
จริงที่มันเห็นได้จริงๆสัมผัสได้จริงๆได้ยินจริงๆอย่างเสียงตอนนี้จะมีคนเนี่ยกำลังตัดหญ้าอยู่เสียงตรงนี้ที่จริงแล้วมันก็คือเสียงของสัจธรรมนะคะทุ่งหญ้าวัวอะไรต่ออะไรต้นไม้ใบหญ้าพวกนี้เนี่ยที่จริงมันก็คือสัจธรรมทำไมจึงเป็นสัจธรรมเพราะมันเป็นของจริงๆที่กำลังเกิด
So all of this is the real things. It is like an innocent perception. You perceive it's for real.
จริงๆในขณะนี้ที่นี่เดี๋ยวนี้คือไม่ได้คิดเอาเองไม่ได้จินตนาการเอาเองนะคะฉะนั้นสิ่งต่างๆเหล่านี้
So it's not coming from your imagination. It is really happening. The sound, the noise, the voice, the touch, and
ฉะนั้นถ้า
everything.
คุณเนี่ยสามารถเข้าใจตรงนี้ได้แล้วคุณก็จะเข้าใจต่อไปว่าลมหายใจคือของจริงนะคะลมหายใจเราไม่ได้จินตนาการขึ้นมานะคะมันเป็นของจริงที่กำลังเกิดขึ้นในขณะนี้ที่นี่เดี๋ยวนี้ฉะนั้นเวลาที่คุณเนี่ยนะลำไทเก๊กแล้วก็อยู่กับลมหายใจนะคะก็หมายความว่าในขณะนี้คุณกำลังอยู่กับของจริง คุณกำลังอยู่กับความจริงคุณกำลังอยู่กับสัจธรรมคุณกำลังอยู่กับนิพพานอยู่กับพระเจ้าเรื่องเดียวกันหมดนะคะเช่นเดียวกับว่าในขณะที่คุณกำลังเคลื่อนไหวเนี่ยเคลื่อนไหวนะคะตาเนื้อก็อาจจะมองไปที่ตรงนี้นะคะแล้วก็เนี่ยอยู่กับตรงนี้เนี่ยนะคะแล้วก็อยู่กับความรู้สึกส่วนกายนะคะอย่างลมเนี่ยตอนนี้เย็นๆเนี่ยนะพัดมาโชยกายนะคะเราก็มีความรู้สึกตรงนี้การ
Okay. Well, in the afternoon session, what I normally do is to let people do the exercise so that you don't get too drowsy. Okay, right. I'm going to lead you to the 4 movements before we carry on. Okay. Yeah. So really you can just stand. Is there much room over there? Or if not, you can just stand around, you know, spread around. We are going to use the Tai Chi movement as the foundation for mindfulness, basically. That's all there is to it. Okay? As the foundation for mindfulness. So as you're doing all these movements, your breath, the rhythm of the movements and the sensations are already with you. We only just do 4 movements, okay? We won't go through the 18 movements. Nah? So I'm going to show you 4 movements before, after meal. You're going to, yeah, I show you. We do together and then just to get the idea of what to do. The first one is to beat your stomach, beat it up, that's it. And then the second one, just to get some idea, swing your arms, and then create the rhythm, create the rhythm. Okay, right, and then the third one, stand with your back straight, bend your knees a fraction, bend your elbows and throw them down from the shoulders, okay, and then the last one, beating the air, and then turn left, turn right. Okay, right, so we are going to do these 4 movements with the eyes closed. Okay, with the eyes closed so that you are in your own private world. Okay, so once you close your physical eyes, your mental eye, your bindi, going to focus on your breath, focus on the rhythm of the movements, and focus on the sensations. Okay, right, so we are going to, so please close your eyes and then beat your stomach, please. So focus. The foundation of mindfulness is very obvious to you. Very obvious. Right, bring your hands down because the first one, it got the limitation of your hand getting, you know, a bit painful after a while. Bring your hands down and straight away you focus on your breath and your sensations. This is the way to show you that to do the vipassana or mindfulness meditation, there is no limitation really. of when you do it. Because your breath, your movements, your sensations are embedded in your life. In your life. So this is the unconventional discipline, movement. Okay, that you can do it all the time. But the point is that don't forget to do it continuously all the time whenever you are aware of it. Like once we finish our movement, can you see that? Straight away you stand still. You don't actually stand still. The working is still carry on. The working, the noticing, the focusing, the concentration on the foundation, on your breath, movement, sensation is still carry on. So give the challenge to yourself to train your mental eye to continuously know your breath, movement, sensations, no matter what you're doing. Just like what we do now. Right, swing your arms. Swing your arm and create the rhythm of the movements. This movement is very good in the sense that when you are being bombarded by a whole army of Jerry, when you are in your agonizing pain, mental pain, I won't suggest you to sit still and watch your breath. I won't suggest that. I would strongly advise you to do this movement, the rhythm, create the rhythm, and fight with Jerry, because you need something strong, something that is quite vigorously to battle with Jerry. And this movement is quite ideal. And you can do this movement for as long as you want to. This movement, you use one stone, but you got two birds. You look after both the physical self and the mental self. This kind of movement plus the deep breathing, it can activate the chi energy, can energize your entire body, allowing your blood to circulate well. Chi blood, chi huat, chi blood, เลือดลม. See, as you are swinging your arms, your lymph node under your armpits is moving all the time. It's a good way to prevent any physical illness. According to the Chinese theory, to prevent your physical illness is to make sure that your chi energy, your life force, is circulating well in this body. If the chi is healthy, your blood will be healthy as well, will circulate well. And you can also use this movement as a focus point for your foundation of mindfulness, knowing your breath, movement, and sensations. You won't drift along that easily with Jerry. And then slow down your movements. Watch your breath and the tingling sensations right away. Keep on looking at the tingling sensation. Don't let go. Don't drift with Jerry. And then we proceed to the third movement, shaking your arms. Stand still and then bend your elbows, throw your arms down from the shoulders, which is another movement to activate your chi energy. You can see for yourself that when you do the vigorous movement like this, it is very difficult for Jerry to come into your head, because the focus point is very strong, very obvious. In fact, it's quite a natural thing to be aware, to be conscious of your vigorous movement. And this natural thing, this natural, activity as knowing your movements, your breath, your sensation like this has become the most important practice that the Buddha have passed on to us. Not knowing that, I mean humanity, we didn't know before that. Just by doing this is a key to curb our mental pain. This is the key, the secret to curb our mental pain. What you need is only your own effort. Your effort to engage in the practice, to determine, to commit to the practice, and then it will lead to the result of you feeling at peace. So allow you to see that this is truly your spiritual wealth. This is the spiritual wealth, this practice, that a lot of people don't realize, they don't really know. You don't have to invest, you don't have to use money to buy, because with inner peace you cannot buy, cannot be bought with money. Money can only buy the superficial happiness. It's not real. Money can buy the physical comfort, the physical convenience. But even with the physical comfort and convenience, there is no guarantee that you can find peace. No guarantee that you can live happily ever after. So that's why we need this spiritual knowledge of the Buddha. He has offered us this tool, vipassana or mindfulness meditation, so that we can find our long-lasting peace. Right, slow your movement down, stand still. Look at the tingling sensations right away. Right, we proceed to the last movement, tapping the air, and then turn your torso to left and right. These 4 movements are really ideal for afternoon session in a retreat. This is something that I normally do in my retreat, because afternoon session, after lunch, we always feel very tired and sleepy. Our eyes are very heavy. So by doing this with your eyes closed, it gives you the chance to relax your eye socket, close them down. But your consciousness or your mental self can be very much alert. Tap in with this movement. With this vigorous movement, you won't fall to sleep that easily. Keep you awake. And that we can also carry on with our mindfulness meditation practice. We can still bring a mental self back home. I got the clip of my Tai Chi movement, okay, in both Thai and English. Both of them were recorded in Holland, in Deventer, Holland. Okay, so you can click into search for my YouTube channel, Tai Chi Qi Gong with Superwan Green. It will come up. The best is to subscribe to my YouTube channel, both in Thai and in English, and then go through the playlist where I hold my session in different places. And when you come to see the practical part, the practice part, I highly recommend not to use your visual. Just close your eyes, okay, and then follow the guidance, the instructions, so that you can understand the language that I use, because the language I use during the practice is all about the spiritual. It's about our inner journey, our mental journey, spiritual journey, which if anyone do not do the practice, carry on with the practice, you don't understand what I talk about. Like the state of the inner peace, the jerry, your breath movement sensations is very difficult to understand, although it sounds simple. But it isn't easy to understand unless you follow the instruction and do along with us. Right, everyone, stand still and then watch your breath and your sensations. Focus fully, don't drift. Now the changing sensation have gradually subsided. I'd like you to look straight into your head and your heart, in your mind. Can you begin to see the gap between two thoughts yet? The gap, your mental space. The mental space gives you this feeling of silence and stillness. There are so many words that we can use to describe this peaceful experience, such as the word peace, inner peace, calm, tranquility, stability, silence, stillness, light. Light is as opposite from heavy, feeling light at heart. And light as enlightened, as light as illumination as well. There are so many words and adjectives to describe this state of mind. But there is only one experience. One experience, but there are many labels to call this one experience. Just like there are many words that call the word bottle. Bottle is in English. In Thai we can call quạt. In Chinese, guốc. In French, la bouteille, right? So many languages. Those are all labels. Words are labels to describe one thing. Likewise, our inner peace is only one experience, all the same. But we use many words to describe it. However, the Buddha called just one word, vimutti-sukha. Vimutti-sukha, the happiness, which are the result of the subsided of Jerry, basically. Vimutti-sukha. So if this moment you are experiencing the inner peace, the vimutti-sukha, I'd like you to shout back to me, say yes, okay, when I count 1, 2, 3. Just have a look first. After we have wholeheartedly focused on our breath movements and sensations, as in bring a mental self back home, which is the cause, the consequence, the result of this practice will produce the inner peace, the mental space, or vimutti-sukha. So if you see your inner peace, the vimutti-sukha, please shout loud, yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, thank you. Very good. So you can see the connection that this movement is not just any movement. These are the meditative movements. All this Tai Chi movement has been designed for you to use it as a means for your vipassana. The health side come as a bonus. So one stone, you got two birds. So I recommend, highly recommend for everyone to find time, okay, in the day to engage in this Tai Chi movement practice. You can draw a few out if you like. Right, take a deep breath and then slowly open your eyes, please. Okay, so I won't go through the whole 18 movement. You can find out. But I want to give you some idea, okay, of the... So we just do a few, okay? You can do with your eyes closed or eyes open. It's okay. But if you don't know the movement, your eyes got to open. When I do it for myself, I normally close my eyes because I treat this as a meditation technique. Okay. Right. Place both hands by your side. Breathe deeply and move slowly. Okay, so I give you the idea. Basically, what we try to do is that the traffic in here is very fast. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, very fast. So we are going to use the physical movement, something that you can see clearly. Control all these things to slow down, as in moving slowly. Because as you're moving slowly, your consciousness, your mental eye got to follow this slow movement. So this slow movement will force this Jerry to slow down, Consequently, you have your inner peace. So it's a thing that, you know, very, very obvious to you. เป็นรูปธรรมมาก Okay, it's very practical. Right, we try. So control your breath and your movement to slow down, which ideally you got to start with a leader to slow you down. So follow my movement, slow down. Inhale. 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 And then, okay, the space is not very good. Okay, the rainbow. Inhale. One hand above your head, the other hand drop to your side, and then you shift your weight. Inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. Open your arms, yeah, swimming in the air. So as you are executing your movement, your mental eye will just follow Either your breath, your movement, your sensation, the foundation of mindfulness all the time. This is a very good practice for you to be with all this foundation. And if you're very good at doing this, gradually, your daily activity, you'll be executing or carry on with your daily activity with mindful. Okay, your mind will be naturally focused on your step, on your walking, on your sensations, carry on your breath, quite naturally. If you can master this skill, you can master this, which only just need practice, just need practice. I see what we can do with the, tuck your one arms away, okay? The other hand push to your side. Draw back, inhale. 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 Right, one last time. And then wave hands like cloud. Okay, one hand drop. Let's say that your right hand, okay, drop to your side, and your left hand on your eyes level, and then you turn to your left. Adjust your hand first, your left hand up, and then you turn to your left. Wave hands like cloud. Okay, there are the clips of my Tai Chi movement in the YouTube channel. You can have a look at those. When you really execute, you don't have to remember the entire 18 movements. You can pluck just a few out, your favorite ones that you can remember, just like this one is quite good. Okay, and keep on doing that for a long time, preferably with your eyes closed, so that you can carry on, do your meditation as you are in motion. This is the meditation in motion, basically. Just like the Dön Jong Klom. The same. But Dön Jong Klom, after a while, you would feel, bored of the repeated movement, whereas the Tai Chi movement, there are some different movement for you to choose, so it won't be too boring. But the end result will be exactly the same. You will earn. This is a matter of earning your mental peace, your inner peace. You're in control of your jerry. So try to grasp the concept, okay, that Vipassana or mindfulness meditation is nothing more than a skill. You are well equipped with a skill which you can use to combat your jerry, so that you can be in control of your mind consciousness, of your jerry, basically. And this is something that you can improve just through regular practice. Skill, you don't have to know it before. You can start from scratch. Like many of us today, maybe you start from scratch. You never know any meditation skill before. So you come to start from scratch, like driving, swimming, riding a bicycle. You know nothing before, so you listen to the instruction, how to drive, how to swim, how to ride the bicycle, and then you take this instruction home, and what you need to do is to keep up with the practice, regular practice, commitment, okay, dedication. Keep on doing, keep on doing. It will reach a day that it will become your natural, whatever skill. You can see that you're driving, your first driving lesson, of course it was difficult. But now driving has become your nature, not even your second nature, your nature. You sit behind the wheel, you just know what to do. Your eyes, your hands, your legs, okay, they all coordinate very well naturally. This is a natural. And this natural nature is the result of your commitment to your practice. And the bonus is always there if you know a skill, any skill. If you know how to drive, of course, it's better than not to drive. Know how to swim, better than not to swim. Regarding vipassana, which is a skill, a mental skill. So this mental skill, you can perfect it through regular practice. Okay? So take the instruction home and keep up with your practice, keep on doing it. Discipline yourself, give yourself time. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour a day. Okay, keep it up. The bonus of this practice is that all your jerry will be under control. You can kick jerry out at will. Whenever you are, being attacked by agonizing jerry, you can tell jerry to butt up, really. So this is the bonus. The bonus is that you can gain your inner peace. This is the bonus of this mental skill. Your mental peace, you're in control. You become a very calm person. You don't react, violently, aggressively. Basically, you become a very calm, very cool person. And this is all good. It's good all round. Okay, right. Open your arms and then bring your arms down. Stand still. This is just a few movement just to show you what to do. So always remember that this is meditation in motion, Tai Chi. So look at your breath and your tingling sensations. Now look into your head and your heart. If you have now experienced your inner peace, your calm, your vimutti sukh, I'd like to know. So just respond with the word yes when I shout, okay? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Very good, thank you. Can you see that we're doing Tai Chi, only a few movements. Meditation in motion. That is about putting in the cause. See, you gain the result every time. You see the peace, the calm, the vimutti sukh. Can you see that time after time that we've been doing this from this morning up till now? Every time that you shout, yes, you see the vimutti sukh, you see your inner peace. This is about you engage into the investigation. You prove it for yourself and to see with your own mental eye, with your inner eyes. So that you know exactly that what the Buddha have told us 2,600 years ago. was so true. Not true because you believe in me, in the Buddha, or in the book, in the Dharma book. You know that it's true because today you have been proven by yourself. You have proven this by yourself by engaged in the practice. By putting in the cause, focus on your breath, your movements, your sensation. You put in the cause, you try your very best to do your concentration, having the self-awareness toward your breath, movement, sensation. You put in the cause. And the result is always the same. That is your inner peace. That's why you shout, yes, I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it. I have seen it. See, you have been through all these scientific investigation by yourself. This body is very much like a test tube. And you delve inside into the spiritual entity or this mind consciousness. And then you took the Buddha's instruction. Do this. You will get this. So we do this. And we really get this. Get this is get your inner peace, which is the glimpse of the third noble truth. The third noble truth, the end of suffering. The end of suffering. The state of mind, the experience that having no stress, no worry, no anxiety, no anger, no restlessness, no loneliness, no sadness, all gone. All this, Jerry, gone. And what you can see very clearly is your inner peace, your calm. See, you have proven for yourself that what the Buddha have told us is true. This is the glimpse of the third noble truth that the Buddha have achieved on the night of his enlightenment. Right, everyone, please massage your temple, your earlobes. Smack onto your face. Your arms. The other side of your arms. Your stomach. Your back. And then bend down to smack all on your legs, all the way down. Okay, and then stand still again. Look at the overwhelming sensations. So what I like you to see is that separate very well, see it very clearly. The pain, the tingling sensation is with your physical body, whereas the calm, the peace, the vimutti sukh is within your mental self, your inner self. And I'd like you to recognize this experience as living in the eye of the storm. The storm like the tornado, payuk mun, tornado, at the midst, in the middle of this fierce storm, is very still and at peace. This is called the eye of the storm. Silence and still. Likewise, the society that we are living nowadays is similar to a fierce storm. Similar to a fierce storm. So, you are now being trained to live in the eye of the storm. That is, to find the stillness within the fierce, the turbulence of the society. The problem in the society, this and that, just like the storm, very fierce, very violent. So you need to find that stillness among the fierce storm by doing meditation, by doing vipassana, by bringing your mental self back home. And train your mind to maintain in this stillness, to make it last in your heart longer and longer and longer. In your everyday life, among all this activity going on in the family, at workplace, outside. So this is a skill, a very artistic skill, how to live in the eye of the storm. Okay? Right, have a look of the stillness again before we open our eyes. Right, take a deep breath and then slowly open your eyes. Now, as you open your eyes, you train your inner eyes, your mental, your third eye, to look inwardly. So look inwardly. Always notice the background of your mind and see if it is still at peace, calm and still or not. If you can see the stillness, just shout yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, thank you. Very good. Very good. Okay. Yeah, please be seated. It's very important that you understand this. The screen. Because we are living in a very turbulent time, really, of our society, you know, problem here and there. Europe very much, you know, is boiling. What happened in Paris, I don't know how, is it still there, or is it still violent, yeah. You see, Paris. And England, I think after the Brexit, we're going to looking for more problems. I don't know. America is full of refugees waiting by the border of Mexico. You see, refugees everywhere in Europe, Germany, everywhere. It's not a very peaceful time, I'm afraid. So this is the nature of the storm, okay? That's why it's very important for all of us to learn how to live in the eye of the storm. You know, all this fierce storm, in the middle is still, it's very calm. And this skill is very artistic skill, it's the mental skill. The mental skill that every individual have to, you know, practice to, not for anyone else, for your own sake first. Society is really the bonus of that. But most importantly, it's really for your own sake, for your own benefit, because every one of us, we all been bombarded by our turmoil, our jerry. You know, we all have the problems. So that's why if we can do all this practice individually, the bonus is that the society will be at peace. And then if we can spread this knowledge a bit furthermore, you know, the world peace is only on a doorstep. We don't really need, you know, a genius to work this out, how simple it is. The individual inner peace, accumulate them together, add them up together, will become world peace, I'd really like you to spread this very simple concept. Okay, very simple concept. Yeah, what I owe you this morning is the 4 type of Jerry, right? Dun. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to, going to explain this to you. Yeah, this morning I have talked a lot about, dark Jerry, negative Jerry, which give you the pain or this thing. But in fact, Jerry is not only just dark. There are 4 types of Jerry. Okay, it can be pink Jerry too. So, you know that Jerry represents your thoughts, memories, and feelings. These 3 elements, okay, in this life form. This life form is made up of 5 elements. In Pali, in Thai, we call Khanha, the 5 Khanda, okay, or the 5 elements, the 5 constituents, right, that make up of this life form, which make up of 1 part body, 4 part our, inner world, Tom and Jerry. So, come to see this. So we all know about Jerry now, right? Or know about the dark Jerry. What is pink Jerry? Pink Jerry associate with all the thoughts that can pacify you. It means that you can get what you want. It's surrounding the thoughts, the feelings, the emotion that can pacify you, make you joyful, make you happy, make you exciting, make you this and that, in the positive side, that make you feel good inside. For example, you go to check your bank balance and then you get, lots of money gone into your account, you feel good, okay? Or you have the promotion, yes, you feel good. Okay, or your children is getting married, having a baby, whoa, feel good. We're going to have extended family. You're going on holiday of a lifetime, on a cruise, going to Europe, go to America, go somewhere really pretty, whoa, feeling good. Okay, all this is pink Jerry. Pink Jerry. But please have a look first that Jerry is a little cell. Prison, okay? So you got yourself, okay? Your true self, you got your true self, your inner self here, and then you got Jerry. Even though it's pink Jerry still act as a cell, a prison, trapping your inner self, your mental self, okay? Pink Jerry, trapping you. And make you feel good in the form of joyful excitement. You can get what you want. But in the end, it's still a cell. Okay? So this is pink Jerry. The thought and feelings, emotion that can pacify you, make you feel good, make you on cloud 9. Okay? Won the lottery. Okay? Pass the exam, all these things. Yeah. White Jerry, what is white Jerry? White Jerry is your intellectual knowledge. Your intellectual knowledge. Okay, your bachelor degree, your master degree, your PhD, all these things, doctorate degree. Intellectual knowledge, in fact, is quite a neutral thing. But it's all come down to one's, wrong view or right view. If you have the wrong view, you use this in the destructive way. Okay? But if you have the right view, you would use this Jerry, white Jerry, in the creative way. In the creative way. Nikola Tesla, wow, is such an inventor. Einstein, Louis Pasteur, finding penicillin, all these things. Okay, but in the negative way, Like the nuclear knowledge, it can turn into nuclear bomb, okay? Kill millions of people. It all come down to the user, So this is the intellectual knowledge, white Jerry. But this white Jerry is also a cell. And then make the people who have lots of knowledge, especially if you're a doctorate, have the doctorate degree of this thing, it will give you the sense of ego, This egoistic self can be quite dangerous as well, okay, can be quite dangerous as well. That's why this thing is very much like a cell, and you become very stubborn, because you are having so high confidence that I am right because I know more than you, that kind of thing, okay, which make you blind in a way, and also, especially if you have a very high degree, you've been addressed as doctor. Is doctor here or not? Is Dr. Vilai here or not? Okay, I can talk more now. You listen later, doctor. Okay. People who have been addressed as doctor all the time, it's very much like taking drugs, because you've been treating as, with the high status all the time. And you know what? The pain, the most agonizing pain is your ego is dented. When someone knock onto your ego, boop, oh my God. Oh, woo, you cannot do this to me. And the anger can be quite explosion of anger. Because you've been treated, with this high status quo all the time. Okay? And this become an addiction. No? Yes. It's an addiction. It's just like you addict to game, addict to heroin, because it creates this chemical in your brain. And this chemical in your brain just keep you high. Okay? And if your whole life people treat you like that all the time, you got to have that dose of press. It's just like a dose of heroin to press you, to make you high. If there was any time that your ego has been abused for some reason, whoa, the pain is agonizing. And the reaction can be very ugly. You see? And this come with this ego, with this, being eccentric. So you got to see this as another cell, another prison that traps you. It's true that you have intellectual knowledge, but as far as spiritual knowledge is concerned, one can be totally blind. Okay? It doesn't matter. You can have the IQ of 170, like Dr. Stephen Hawking. You know the man? He's dead now. Okay? In the wheelchair, remember? I think his IQ is about 150. Okay? It could be wrong, but it's anyway. Some 20 years ago, he came out with the message to the world that death is nothing more than like turning off the computer. There is no heaven, no hell. Death is just like shut the computer and then that's it, finished, gone. Everything gone. See? He believed that. This conclusion is not the result of his research, but is the result of his belief. He never going to die and find out it's nothing and then come back to tell you, hey, it's just like computer, it's nothing there. No, he has never been dead before and come back to bring the message to tell you. Those who can have the message to tell you are those who have the near-death experience. You can listen to these people, they are more credible than Stephen Hawking. He never died before, but he came with this kind of message, okay, which come out from his belief, his Jerry. quite arrogant Jerry as well. Okay? Right, so I just want to talk about that. Even though you have the high IQ, very highly intelligent, there is no guarantee that you'll be wise in the spiritual knowledge as well. You can be totally an infant, you know, toward the spiritual knowledge, know nothing about it. Okay. Yeah, Michatitti is a wrong view. And what is more destructive is that because he is a somebody, a Dr. Stephen Hawking. Okay? So, and the sale of his book, a good 20 million copy, you know, so people believe him. What you know, you are not Dr. Stephen Hawking, you see. So, this just to show you that this is the dark side of this white Jerry. Okay? Can turn one into have this very arrogant character and stubborn as well. And falsely, blindly believe in something that is false. Okay. Right. Lastly, clear Jerry. Clear Jerry. What is the clear Jerry? This transparent Jerry, bring your arm first, down first. Okay, it's not victory yet because you have Jerry take you over. This transparent Jerry is the kind of Jerry that you are fixated onto your religious belief. Your religious belief. You believe that my religion is better than your religion. My God is better than your God. My holy book is better than your holy book. My teacher, spiritual teacher, is better than your spiritual teacher. This kind of, you really truly believe that this is the only way. Fixation onto your religious belief, very dangerous. Okay? That's why the young men, okay, young men of certain religion, that are being brainwashed, they believe that, okay, if I do this thing, I carry the bomb and go to kill people, including myself, I will go to heaven to be with God, and every day I could make love with a virgin, every day as well. Okay, I have a virgin every day. Oh my God, a young man of 18 who doesn't want to make love with a virgin every day, right? This is so compelling, so lovely. So that's why they can sacrifice their life, their young life of just 18 years old, so that they can be with God, so that they can make love with a virgin every day. Can you see the power? Can you see the power of the clear Jerry? This is very powerful. They only just tell you a fiction, a story, but make you truly believe in this story. And then you can give your whole life for that belief. Clear Jerry for you. Now, look at what happened on the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha. On the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha he broke free from every type of Jerry. Every type, not just black, okay? He gone through a lot of pain. On the night that he left the palace, you know that his wife just gave birth to his firstborn, his son. Normally, if we are normal people, we would say, "Wait, I got the son, you know, I got someone, I got the crown prince, you know, all these." Buddha say when he saw his prince, he didn't even go to touch. He said, "La hurrah." What's that mean? The bondage is born. The bondage is born. Upon that, it even got more pain. So on the night of on the night that he left the palace, opened the bedroom, his wife, his beautiful wife, just gave birth to his firstborn, lying there. He was desperately to go and hold her. He was desperately to go and hold. But he knew that touch them, touch his wife and the baby, he would never leave the palace. He would cling to that love. Okay? So, as a man, how painful it is to leave your wife at that most vulnerable moment. She just gave birth. She needs her husband to hold her dearly, tightly, say, I love you. Okay, we have the baby now. We're going to stick together. Instead, he didn't go to touch them, didn't hold them. He left because of the pain that he went through. Because he knows that if he carry on as a family, he will never find any peace. Okay? And he kind of knew as well that he came into this world for something that is much greater. So that is a catalyst. You understand catalyst? Catalyst is a เหตุการณ์ที่มันทำให้เกิดการเปลี่ยนแปลงนะ catalyst นะ is a catalyst เนี่ยเป็นเหตุการณ์ที่ทำให้เกิดการเปลี่ยนแปลงที่รุนแรงนะคะให้มีการเนี่ยหาอะไรสิ่งที่มันยิ่งใหญ่กว่า so from that moment act as a catalyst to make him make this definite decision that no, I cannot carry on in this palace. I must leave. Chana, come, go get Gantaka, the horse, and then we got to go. And we got to go tonight. We got to go now. We got to go now. So he make a very decisive decision, go, leave the palace. So I tell you that as a young man, you got to know that how painful that is for a man who leave his wife very much vulnerable behind and the young baby. Okay? It isn't an easy decision at all. Okay? For a man full of virtue like the Buddha, like the Prince Siddhartha. Very painful. So he know what Black Jerry is like. He was a prince. His father loved him so dearly. He built 3 palaces to accommodate, 3 seasons for him. He announced them, I don't want them. He is a prince, of course, all this intellectual knowledge, he is fully well equipped, okay? Which is shown later in his teaching. Everything is so structured. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all having topic, itemized, okay? This is a sign of being an intellectual, highly intellectual. Lastly, once he left the palace on that night, he had 2 teachers. You know the name of the 2 teachers? The yogi, Aladabot, Otokadabot. Okay? These 2 spiritual teachers stuck fixated in this clear Jerry, have a strong belief that if you want to reach any enlightenment at all, you must torture yourself. You must go through self-mortification, self-torturing. You must not eat too much. Eat very, very little. You must drink very, very little. You must breathe very, very little air. You must sit still, clenching your fist like this, and let the nail go through your flesh. You must do all kind of self-torturing if you want to earn your enlightenment. And this is what these 2 yogis believe. They really strongly believe that this is the only way. 6 years. 6 years that the Buddha, the prince, not yet the Buddha yet, the prince gone through this self-mortification, self-torturing, until he was on the brink of death. He described like this: toward the end of that 6 years, I used my finger to touch the front of my stomach. It reached, penetrate to the back. I put my finger at the back. It penetrated to the front. He was paper thin, half dead. Good job that he got this button in him. He got in him. He started to question, if I carry on like this, I would die. I would definitely die. And I know that this is not the way. It cannot be the way. It has been 6 years. I should have been enlightened by now. But why? I'm on the brink of death. So he started to question his teacher, which is something that no one ever dared to question before. No one ever dared to question before. But the prince questioned, teacher, this might be wrong. I'm sorry. I cannot stay with you anymore. Okay? I must leave. Because I really want that enlightenment. But if I carry on in here, I don't think I will get any enlightenment. I would die first. Goodbye. Okay? So he said goodbye. That is a very, very courageous, very brave action. Okay, for the young prince to do that, to leave the teacher and then begin to look after himself. Okay, so with the perfection is balami, okay? With the perfection that he has accumulated for 20 asongkhai, 100,000 mahakap, 20 asankhya, 100,000 mahakapa, okay? To make this young prince, in the end, free from every type of jerry. This is the significance of the night of his enlightenment, okay? He was free from every type of jerry. So he was the first man on earth who experienced the state, the true state, the state of liberation, freedom, the ultimate freedom from jerry. And he knows that this is totally different from the imprisonment, the bondage within the jerry. He was the first man who saw both experience. So that's why there is a term called in Thai called Lut Pon. Lut is disconnect, Pon is go beyond. Lut Pon, disconnect and go beyond. This is the experience of the state of enlightenment. He was disconnect and go beyond every type of jerry. Only then did he know that, oh my God, prior to that, I was just a prisoner to jerry, not knowing that I was a prisoner to jerry. You see? So once he was free from jerry, experienced this ultimate spiritual freedom, he knows exactly how to help people. He knows exactly what to do to help all these people who are trapped within the jerry, free from the grip of jerry. So how to help people? He came up with the Noble Eightfold Path, the fourth noble truth. Noble Eightfold Path, okay, which is, so it can be regrouped into 3 groups, which start with the wisdom, knowing that the goal of our life is to be free from jerry. And how to do that? You got to observe the moral precept, okay? Observe all this, moral code, try to do all the good thing and refrain from all the bad, unwholesome deed. And furthermore, you got to practice meditation. You got to practice vipassana or mindfulness meditation. Because being a good person cannot make you fully happy. Okay? It cannot make you fully happy. if you're too good, yeah, even just the 5 precepts, not easy. We say that, oh, just 5 precepts. Not easy, not easy. Thou shalt not kill. How many of you in here who want to eat chicken curry and can go to grab a live chicken, okay, and then come to cut the throat, okay, strip all the skin off, and then chop and then put into your curry pot? How many of you can do that? You can't, can you? That's why you got to hire CP. Can you do all this business for me? Don't let me see, okay? You chop everything up, you know, take the bone out, the skin out, and then pack it so well. Don't let me see any blood. Just make me enough just to drop into the pot. Right? But don't think that you are what? You are free from killing. If there is no demand, there won't be any supply, right? Because there are demand, that's why there's supply. Another example, if there are any what is it? Termite eating your house, what you're going to choose? You're going to choose 2 million termites, or you're going to choose your house? Oh, I can't kill 2 million termites. I can't. What you're going to choose? Your house or termites? Don't be embarrassed. Yes, of course, you choose your house. I don't think any of you would choose the 2 million termites. So you call to have a ceremony of sending the 2 million termites to heaven, to Dawadung, spray them, right? Not to mention us, you know, even the Tibetan, they are very famous with kindness. And many years now, I always remember this because the news is all over the world, you know, talking about a very big temple in Tibet being attacked by 5 million termites. And you guess what the monk chose? Temple or termite? They chose temple. That's why it's on CNN in the news. You see, even monk who got to observe, you know, loving kindness, compassion, you see, still have no choice. So that's why I said that moral precept, you can only do your best. You can only do your best. Okay? In the end, it got to be justified by the experience of nirvana. In the end, we got to come to the state of nirvana to end everything. The state of nirvana will be the final frontier and end everything. And the state of nirvana is the 4th foundation of mindfulness. Today, we only just cover the 1st and the 2nd foundation. I don't cover the 3rd and the 4th yet. So I won't talk about the state of nirvana, okay? But if you have the interest in Thai, the clip on the advanced course is there. So can you understand this now? So Jerry, there are 4 types of Jerry. Okay? Black Jerry make you scream. Pink Jerry make you smile and laugh. Okay? White Jerry give you a lot of knowledge, technology, all this. We need to have the white Jerry. And clear Jerry, it's the world to have lots of problems, clear Jerry. But you know that, you know what? In the end, the black Jerry become the most sincere enemy. Sincere enemy. They got nothing talking in the leaves, okay, up the sleeve. Because it's very clear cut. I don't like you. I'm going to hurt you. So you know where you stand. So you fight back. You fight back, okay? This is a very straightforward enemy. Whereas Pink Jerry is not straightforward anymore. Okay? It's a very much like a white collar enemies, okay? Nah, white collar criminal coming, okay? Give you the press, oh, you're good, you're handsome, you're beautiful, you're very kind, you're this and that, give you all the praise. It's very much like come to your house and massage your ego. Massage your ego after a while. Goodbye. Because everything is so subject to the law of change. Okay? Everything subject to the law of change. Anicca Dukkha Anatta. Nah? Changing, not long lasting, and no self. Okay? All this Jerry is so subject to the law of change. Nah? So after a while it will go. But once it go, because Jerry come to massage your ego, you feel good. You like it. But because it's subject to the law of change, so after a while it got to go. Once it go, it become boredom. Oh, it's so bored. Nothing to do. And then what you do? You want this pink Jerry to come back and massage you further. Okay? And it massage you further. It forms the sense of attachment. Attachment. Attachment is the opposite from detachment. But the goal of enlightenment, is it attachment or detachment? Detachment. You got to learn to detach if you want to end your suffering. You cannot just to want to detach from black Jerry and cling onto pink Jerry. You can't do that because these form a mental habit. Jerry is, no matter what type of Jerry, it's all Jerry. Jerry form the attachment. Okay? So if you attach to pink Jerry, it gives you this very bad mental habit of attachment. Okay? So you can see that pink Jerry is not the straightforward enemy anymore, is it? It come and con you, trick you, make you attach. So really, our economy, our capitalism, or what you call, this thing that we have, is nothing more than the merchant try to create all these merchandise and services for you, so that all this merchandise can pacify you, make you feel good, trap you into this pink world. And the merchant gives us this very ready-made concept that if you want to solve your problem, if you feel stressed, you feel worry, anxiety, or anything at all, the solution is that leave your house and go to buy an item of something, okay, an item of goods or services. Either to buy a product, any product, okay, or services. By doing this, you will feel good. But this kind of good, they tell you that. That's how capitalism can flourish. Because whatever that, product that you have, after a while, you get bored. Once you get bored, you detach, and then you want something else, something that can thrill you more, give you more excitement. So all these merchants go to produce all these goods and services just to pacify you. And this is the birth of capitalism. And then turn us, human being, มนุษย์ผู้มีใจสูง into ผู้ผลิตเขาเรียกอะไร the producer ผู้บริโภค the consumer. See, we are human. We're supposed to have this, high level state of mind. Okay, having the moral precept. But this capitalism turned human being into the producer and the consumer. That's it. ผู้ผลิตกับผู้บริโภค. So getting dangerous. Okay. Why Jerry also dangerous in the sense that give you this sense of arrogance, egoistic, okay, and can be self-deluded at times because you are overconfident in what you know. But this kind of knowledge, you can see that it's a self. Having the intellectual knowledge, it doesn't mean that you know everything, do you? It doesn't mean that you know everything. You are only good at in your field of knowledge. not other field, especially not in the spiritual field of knowledge. Okay, but because the whole society give credit to people who have high level of degree, okay, and this become the double-edged swords, hurting yourself, okay. And lastly, the clear jerry. You can see that the world will turn into so many problems, turmoil, because of the clear jerry. We are all fighting, okay, between my God better than your God, my religion better than your religion. This religion is the only way. I tell you this, on the night of enlightenment, what the Buddha have found out, this is not an ism. Not like to use the word Buddhism because it's turned the Buddha's knowledge into an ism. An ism, this is an ism. Ism is a belief. Okay? So, like, Luang Pi John, when you come to Thailand, to be able to distinguish two section of this Buddhist establishment. Cultural side, the ritual, the ceremony, the go to Bindabat, the chanting, all this glitter of the Buddha's image, the temple. This glitter, this is the cultural side compared to the bark of the tree, the exterior of the tree, which cover the essence. Yes, of course, we need the essence. We need the bark. Where's the enlightenment of the Buddha? Okay, the Four Noble Truths to end suffering, all these things. This is not a belief. This is the essence, the real essence, which is very much scientific based because it can be proven. It can be investigated thoroughly, individually put into the practice and see for yourself that whether it's true or not. That if you do this, focus on your breath, movement, sensation, you will gain your inner peace. And this is exactly what you've been doing all day, right? Even the Tai Chi, I've try to tell you that focus on your breath, movement, sensation. This is exactly what we do. We put in, okay, the scientific side, okay, proven for ourselves, see with our own eyes. Okay, I'm going to focus on my breath, movement, sensation, and see whether I can experience the inner peace, that third noble truth, is it true or not. So you have been done since this morning that we are here. And when I ask you the question, if you see the peace, the calm, the mental space, just shout yes. And you have shout yes, right? So it means that you have proof for yourself that the Buddha, even though he talked about this over 2.5 millennia ago, it still works nowadays. And we can all prove it. We can all prove that it is so true. The end of suffering does exist. And this part is the essence of the Buddha's teaching. Okay? It's the real essence of the Buddha teaching. And this part is a very scientific based. There's nothing religious about watching your breath, movement, sensation. Everyone, we all have it. Anyone can do it, right? And the result is always the same. Always the same. So you got to look at these two sides. Thailand is a land of contradiction, I'm afraid. It's a land of contradiction, although a lot of Westerners thought that, come to Thailand, you will naturally know what the Buddha teaches. But come here, what you see, the glitter temple, golden temple, the magnificent Buddha's image, okay, all these incense, candle, flowers, the ritual, the chanting, the this and that. And where's the wisdom? Where can I start the wisdom? Can you see that? Okay? You agree?
The people are very kind.
Yeah. You see, the people are very kind. This is the wealth of a Buddhist culture. In the past, I'm sure that Buddhism was very wealthy in the sense of the wisdom of nirvana, the wisdom of getting rid of your suffering, and the mindfulness meditation, vipassana, was still quite raw. Okay? That's why this culture shaped and mold Thai people into what we are now. Basically, we are fundamentally kind and very compassionate, caring people. And this is the wealth of the Thai Buddhist culture. Okay? The Thai Buddhist culture. But come to nowadays, okay, that soul, that spirit is still very much here. But we come to talk about the establishment and the teaching of the real essence of the Buddha. It has become less and less and less. There are very few, okay, teachers who can really teach you how to go to nirvana, how to reach your enlightenment, basically. Okay, so I'm glad that you're here. At least you know what to do now, right? Okay, the full foundation of mindfulness. Is that clear? Okay, is that clear? Nah? Okay, so that's why when Dr. Vilai asked me the title to use, I don't like to use the word Buddhism. So I tend to use what? The essence of the Buddha's teaching. The essence of the Buddha's teaching. I will stick with the word Buddha's teaching. Okay, it's more straight to the point. More straight to the point. Is there any questions so far? Okay, I just talk according to this, okay? If you don't do something to rectify all this, Jerry, don't think that once you die, everything will finish. No. Because we have this sanya khan, this memory element, your very own notebook, diary book, that record absolutely everything, action of your entire life, your karma. Okay, so when you die, your physical body is here. Your physical body is on this plane. But your Tom and Jerry, this whole package will carry on. So you're here in this plane. You're here in this plane. Nah? So every moment of your life, no matter you think, you speak, you act with intention. That intention, action, okay, will yield the result, the karmic result. Will yield the karmic result. Okay, and that karmic result are the one will justify you, will judge you where you would go. Where you would go up or go down. Whether you have more wholesome deed or unwholesome deed. So it will come down to now, what kind of action that you do. Okay? So you're here. All this Jerry will send you to the bigger prison. This bigger prison is called samsara. Samsara, the cycle of rebirth. This cycle of rebirth basically is the prison of life. The prison of life, where you circulate in here, moving from one corner to another corner, to one realm to another realm, one dimension to another. Okay, it's just like being imprisoned. You're being imprisoned as a human realm. Okay, this earth plane we share between two realms. Okay, that is the human realm and the animal realm. The animal and the human we share the same earth, but in different density, really. And the next one, okay, this is having the shortest imprisonment. The imprisonment is just like the lifespan. So all this realm got different lifespan. So this is the shortest one. The middle range lifespan, okay, is imprisoned, that is in heaven realm, okay, the deity realm, and the hungry ghost realm, the hungry ghost, beta, bread. Okay, this is the medium range imprisonment. The lifespan is kappa. But the longest one is go to the Brahman, from the Brahma realm and the hell, the hellish realm. Okay, this is Mahakappa, many kappa. Okay, so no matter where you go, in the end, when you finish your imprisonment, finish with your lifespan, see, everyone will have a chance to come back to this land of opportunity. The earth realm is the land of opportunity to start again, to choose whether you want to do wholesome deed or unwholesome deed, or you want to choose to leave, to do jailbreaking, to just leave the prison. There are 3 types of karma. The white karma, okay, send you to the positive realm. The dark karma send you, the unwholesome karma send you to the negative realm. But if you want to choose to leave the prison altogether, you got to choose the non-karma. The non-karma is vipassana. The non-karma, akamna, is vipassana or mindfulness meditation. Bring your mental self back home. That is the non-karma. Yeah? So this non-karma that we do this morning is aimed for us to do a jailbreaking. We don't want to be stuck in this prison anymore. We want to leave. Okay, is that clear? No? Understood. Okay. Right, we're going to spend this last hour to do meditation, okay? Do a meditation. Let me bring the... is there any question at all about... I can't remember which one. Okay. Right, everyone, please clear your lap, and then we are going to do the non-action akam. We're going to do the non-action, the akam. The non-action, the akam, can only mean one thing, that is vipassana, or bring your mental self back home by using your mental eye to know your breath movement sensation. As I say that, we only just covered 2 first foundation today. The 3rd, the 4th foundation will be, got to be another longer retreat, okay? We won't have time for that. But it is very important that you know. It is very necessary that you know. Hang on. Just let me find the picture. Is it here? I always lost this picture. Okay. Right. Have a look. Okay, so every human being, they all have the... Let me start another clip. Make it short and sweet. Okay. Every human being, we all got the state of the consciousness or the mental eye all the same. But the non-practitioner, sometimes I often call them the street walkers. People who walk the street, okay? คนเดินถนนทั่วไปนะ Okay, the street walker, their consciousness always engage with Jerry, with their thoughts. Always engage with Jerry. Nah? This cause them the bad mental habit. This bad mental habit give you the very excessive thought. Think of this and that, this and that. All this rubbish go through your head all the time. Very heavy traffic. No space at all. Think, all rubbish. Okay? So this mental habit, bad mental habit, give you the mental imbalance and cause you the suffering. So what we do is very simple. We train a consciousness, a mental eye, divert its attention from Jerry to your breath, your movements, and your sensation. To do this, or to bring your mental self back home, to do this, it will give you the good mental habit. This good mental habit gives you the moderate thinking, okay, not excessive thinking, which will give you the mental balance, give you peace. But to do this, you got to have the concentration, the focus on your breath movement sensation with 1,000,000% of concentration. 1,000,000% of concentration. Whereas these people who walk the street, as they are knowing Jerry, of course they know they breathe, they know that they're breathing, walking, have all this sensation. But to know all this is only very thin, 100%. The rest of their concentration, the rest of their awareness is all absorbed within Jerry. Absorbed within Jerry. So to break free from this bad mental habit, you got to at first initially try very hard to focus on your breath movement sensation. That's all. Okay? So I use this, so this is the egg yolk really. This is the egg yolk, this is the egg white. Okay? Egg yolk and egg white. So separate. So the street walker, they become the egg yolk and egg white, they all scramble egg up into scrambled egg, right? ไข่คนนะ scrambled egg. They don't know what is what. So from this scrambled egg, you're going to make it into fried egg. So use your egg yolk or your mental eye to look at the egg white. This is the subject, this is the object. Okay? Make it very clear. If this part is very clear, your practice will excel. Very good. Will excel very well. Okay? It means that you will be able to reach your inner peace, reach the third noble truth, the end of suffering very fast, very fast. So please be encouraged, okay, and keep up with your practice. Is that clear?
Yes.
So let's see what else. So we're going to break free from all this bad mental habit. Right. We're going to sit down and do a practice now. This is the last part of our session now. Right, please everyone, can you just massage your temple? And massage your earlobes. Smack onto your face. And then your arms. the other side of your arms, your stomach, and then your legs. Okay. Right. And then watch. So this is the non-action. Vipassana. So use your mental eye to fully focus on your breath and your tingling sensations. Keep on looking at the sensation and your breath. Don't let go. Be aware if you are drifting along with Jerry. Cut the cord. Detach from them. Right, next, can you please stroke your legs and go around your knees? I use this unconventional, untraditional technique. Just try to make life easier for you. So you can notice that the way that I offer you the technique, there is no need to sit cross-legged on the floor. If you want to sit, yes, of course, you can do it. But this is trying to accommodate people who cannot sit cross-legged very well. They might have back pain, might have, knees trouble, might be a bit, overweight and find it difficult to sit long. All sorts of, factor that make you cannot sit cross-legged on the floor, especially the Westerners with long legs. So I like you to see that it doesn't matter if we sit on the chair, and also try different technique apart from just sit there watching your breath. Okay, so the movement like this is still the foundation of mindfulness. So you just focus on the rhythm of the movement, which can help you to focus better. You can focus far better if you move, because it makes you don't feel too drowsy. And all this tapping on yourself, smacking yourself, also make you feel very much alert. So this technique may be unconventional, untraditional in Thailand, but it is still very much correct according to mindfulness meditation. because we are following the correct instruction according to the Buddha have laid down for us. That's why we can produce the peace, the calm, the vimutti sukh. Try to capture the detail of your movements, the detail of your movement and your sensations. This is about trying to perfect your mental eyesight, to improve your mental eyesight. In Thai we call รับสติให้คมชัด Sati is your mental eye to make it sharper and sharper. Why we need to do that? Because later on we want to use this tool. Mental eye, Sati is our tool. We need to use this tool to catch Jerry. Because Jerry entering ahead at staggering speed. Very fast. There is no physical tool that can catch Jerry in his motion. So, the only tool that can be compatible to catch Jerry is a mental eye, which also acts as a sixth sense. The mental eye as the sixth sense correspond to Jerry as the sense object. Every sense got to correspond to its own sense object. Eye got to know sight, ears got to know sound, your nose got to know smell. Your sixth sense or your mental eye got to know Jerry. But because your mental eyes right now, okay, you can stop stroking and watch. But because your mental eye right now at the beginning is very blunt, if it is a knife, it's very blurrish. It's not clear. Because this mental eyes has been covered by the state of ignorance. It's just like a blindfold for a long time. So when you know this knowledge about the Four Noble Truths and start to do vipassana, it is very much like snatching the blindfold of your eyes, which make your eyesight become very blurrish. Nothing is clear. So that's why we got to come to sharpen a mental eyesight. How to do that? Is by capture the details of your movements, of your sensations, of your breath. Try to notice as much detail as possible. Right, everyone, clench your fist and then thumb above your knees, upward and down. So focus on your breath movements and sensations. So try to wake yourself up to do the practice. So this thumping yourself, smacking yourself is very good to wake yourself up. Every retreat is the same. Afternoon session is very difficult after the meal. Right, sit still and then focus on your breath and your sensations. Don't drift along with your thoughts, with Jerry. Let it go, cut the cord. I'm going to explain the term vipassana for you. This term, they translate it into English as inner sight meditation, which act exactly the same. Can you see that? Inner, inward, sight, scenery. Meditation is concentration, to focus. You see that? We do exactly, has it really have the literal meaning. Whoever translates vipassana to inner sight meditation, that person got to understand this tool, this technique very well. Because it is really spot on. This is exactly what we do. We have that's why we need to have the subject first. The subject is our mental self with the mental eye, the third eye, the sixth sense. We got to identify this subject first, and then we use this subject, the mental eye, to look inwardly, look at the scenery, inner sight, inner scenery. The inner scenery are your breath, are your movements, are your physical sensations. So you focus wholeheartedly on your inner sight. So this is vipassana. This is the meaning of vipassana. Inner sight meditation. And we literally do that. Right. Can you massage your temple again, please? Wake yourself up. Massage your earlobes. Smack onto your face. And your arms. The other side of your arms. Your stomach, your legs, okay, right, we watch, look at your inner sight, your inner scenery. Don't drift along with thoughts. Let Jerry go. try to capture the details of your tingling sensations here and there. Right, so please have a look. See if you begin to experience the peace, the calm, the mental space. So this is a matter of training a mental habit. From the bad mental habit that let our mental self go along with Jerry all the time. This bad mental habit gives you this excessive thinking, unable to switch off Jerry. Consequently, give you the pain. So we are training a mental self, a consciousness, by diverting the attention from Jerry into the base, the foundation of mindfulness, or come back home. Home to your breath, home to your movements, home to your physical sensations. So if you determine to do it, and do it successfully after a while, 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, you can see for yourself that the population of Jerry have been reduced. The population of Jerry is reduced. Once the Jerry is reduced, you'll be able to experience the peace, the calm, the bliss. See, it's a matter of putting in the cause, and then you gain the effect, the result. The result is your inner peace. So I would like to ask you again at this very moment, after you have done a good over 10 minutes of focusing on your foundation of mindfulness, your breath, your movements, your sensations, I'd like to see if you have successfully managed to reduce the population of Jerry down or not, which allow you to see your inner peace, even though it lasts only 3 to 4 seconds. You are qualified to shout yes, meaning yes, I have seen it. So have a look. If you see your inner peace, please shout out loud. Yes, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Very good. With you shouting out loud, yes, that you have begun seeing your inner peace, you know what? This is just to tell the world that you have proven the Buddha's teaching of the third noble truth that is true. We have proven the third and the fourth noble truth for him, really. By take the instruction of the fourth noble truth, the vipassana, the mindfulness meditation. Okay, I'm going to take your advice, the Buddha. I'm going to follow your instruction, the Buddha. I'm going to try. Okay, so I'm going to engage in this practice. I will focus on my breath, on my movement, on my sensations. I'm going to focus wholeheartedly. I try my best not to drift along with Jerry. And voila. I have gained that result exactly like what you said. You said that if I do this, mindfulness vipassana, mindfulness meditation, I would gain my inner peace. And I have done it. I have seen my inner peace, even though it lasts a few seconds. It's still admirable. It means that you have proven for the Buddha that his teaching over 2,500 years ago is still very much working now, in this day and age. Everyone must come and prove for yourself. By engage in the practice, take up the instruction from your teacher and do it, prove it for yourself. By shouting, yes, I've seen my inner peace, you are telling the world, you are confirming to the world that the Buddha's teaching, which this part is the essence of the Buddha's teaching, really works. This is timeless, akaliko, timeless. It doesn't subject to time. It doesn't matter when, another 1,000 years, 5,000 years, if there are still humanity here, if there are still vipassana here, if there are still, people teaching vipassana, there will always have people who experience this nirodha, a glimpse of nirodha, a glimpse of nirvana, which is so blissful, so peaceful. You have proven for the Buddha, you have proven for yourself and confirmed for the Buddha that this part does work. Well done. So look at your blissful experience and see what the Buddha said. He said that no happiness is greater than your inner peace. There's no happiness that can be greater than your inner peace. It means that your inner peace right now is the most awesome state of happiness. This state of mind basically is the best. It's very simple English. Is the best. And he also said nirvana นิพพานเป็นสุขอย่างยิ่ง Nirvana is the best kind of happiness. So with these two sentences, we use a bit of logic, and we would have that Nirvana is your inner peace, which is also the best kind of happiness. So your inner peace right now is the best kind of happiness, is also the state of Nirvana, even though it's a glimpse of it, a taste of it, an appetizer. You know, if you truly understand that your inner peace is the best kind of happiness, your life can be settled quite easily. Because what happens nowadays to the people who walk the street is that people who walk the street chasing after the false kind of happiness. They are chasing after pink jelly. They are chasing after pink jelly, but not this blissful state that the Buddha called nirvana, nirodha. And pink jelly is very much like chasing after the rainbow. It's very much like chasing after the bubble. You can see it in the horizon. It's real. It's beautiful. It's compelling, demanding. And then you chase after that. Wealth, fame, status. You're chasing after all this, which are just like bubble and rainbows. Once you can grab that bubble bursts. The rainbow disappears. Burst. And then what happened? You chase after another bubble, another rainbow, because once it's burst, it's boring. Once you can get what you want, after a while, you get bored. Once you get bored, you want something more. You want more excitement. You want more thrill. So you chase after more, just like rat race. Just like these little mice, you know, climbing over this wheel in the small cage. Keep on climbing the wheel. The hamster climbing the wheel. An ongoing thing. With the hope that we'll gain something better. It got to better. When you don't have 1 million baht, you long for 1 million baht. Once you have 1 million baht, you get bored. Maybe 10 million is better. I will be happier if I have 10 million. So you chase after that 10 million. And once you have that 10 millions, you may think that, look at all those rich people, they got 100 millions. They must be happier. So you chase after 100 millions. Once you have it, this thing goes on endlessly. The bubble is not real. It bursts when you got it. And in the end, even though you got 100 millions, a few thousand millions, it never be enough. And it reach a point that money is not a problem anymore, and you're bored of it because you have so many. Even though you have another 1 or 2 or 10 million, it does make no difference. So what you want next? You want power. You want power. You want to rule. You want to rule the mass. And you don't realize that you have already gone insane. You have the ability to look after yourself and earn a lot of money. It doesn't mean that mentally you are sane. No. Jerry can make you easily become an insane person in the way that you don't know. It's very dangerous. And if you never know the opposite, you never know that you are insane either. We got to have a straight ruler first, to know what a straight ruler is like before you know that this ruler is twisted, is bended. If we don't know the state of true normality, there is no way that we would know the state of abnormality, insanity. Do we? So, on the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha have reached the state of true normality. He has reached the state of true sanity. He has discovered the very straight ruler, which can use as the ruling point against everything. So that's how he could give us this noble eightfold path, especially give us vipassana, the mindfulness meditation, so that we can get rid of Jerry, the source of insanity, so we can become a sane person, a truly normal person. And that normal person, you don't need much to live, really. We can only eat as much as our stomach can take it. If you overeat, you feel uncomfortable. No matter how many houses you have, you can only lie down in that space as big as your body. That's all. But Jerry deluded us, make us misunderstand, give us all this misconception, delusion, and thinking that we got to have lots and lots of money, lots of wealth, lots of material things, so that we can be happy, which is not true at all. If it's true, in the affluent country, the wealthy country, like the Western country, you know, they should really have all these people living happily ever after. But the reality is not like that. The suicide rate is more in some wealthy country, Sweden, Japan, the US. Which prove that material wealth, it doesn't really give you the true happiness. But this blissful state, the result of bringing your mental self back home, vipassana, can guarantee you this blissful state, which can make you to be content in what you have. Make you feel content and less greedy. Get rid of all your anger, all your discontentment, Get rid of your agitation. Get rid of your worry, your anxiety, your stress, even your loneliness. Whenever that you feel lonely from now on, just recognize that lonely Jerry, that loneliness as Jerry. And then make your mental Tom strong. Get rid of that lonely Jerry, and then you'll be fine. The Buddha have already endorsed for us that this blissful experience is the best kind of happiness. He already gave us the tool how to achieve this blissful state that he called nirvana. He gave us everything already. We just need to understand his instruction and put into practice. And prove for yourself whether it is true or not. And once you have this blissful state, the glimpse of nirvana, your life will be very well settled. You won't chase after the rainbow, the bubbles anymore. Because you can spend your entire life chasing after the rainbow and the bubbles. Before you know anything, you have already wasted your life chasing after all this false value, which are all the things that you cannot take with you when you die. I haven't seen anyone who can take a single coin with them on their passing. We come to this earth naked. We will leave this plane naked as well. We take nothing with us. The only thing that we can take with us is our wisdom, the peace, this blissful experience, which are embedded in your Jerry. The memories, the wisdom, or in the end, if you can reach your ultimate enlightenment, you are free from Jerry. Bravo, you go to, this is all you want. This is your real purpose of life, to be fully enlightened, to be fully liberated from Jerry, so that you can live in this blissful state forever. And this is the role model of the fully enlightened one that the Buddhists call Arahant. These people are role model. The Buddha is the first Arahant. And he also have all his Arahant disciples who have followed his instruction and have reached the enlightenment, just like the Buddha, but as a follower, as a disciple. There are so many in the past that have proven for themselves that they could do that, and they have done it. So what we are doing today is to follow the footstep, to follow in the footstep of the fully enlightened people, the Arahant, so that we can be liberated from Jerry, the cause of suffering. So if you can understand all this, your life will be much, much more settled. You won't chase after the rainbow anymore. And then you're going to discipline your life, your daily life, your daily routine, to constantly engage in the practice. So let me share with you my routine at home. When I go back to England, Next Monday I'll be going back. Once I go back home, my daily routine is to get up early, between, let's say, 4:30 to 5:30 in the morning. When I first arrived in England, I would be so jet lagging with the change of the time. So I would get up at odd time, odd hour, sometime at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4, sometime even 2, and fall to sleep at odd time. So the first couple of weeks will be quite erratic. But anyway, average is about 4:30 to 5:30 before 6 o'clock. Sometime I got up at 6, yeah. And then straight away, I would do my yoga. Yoga is the meditation in motion. Yoga is very good for you to focus on the second foundation of mindfulness, the physical sensations. So in the dark morning, I would close my eyes, I would go through my yoga routine, which would last about 50 minutes. 45 to 55 minutes, basically, and do it with my eyes closed. So during those times, I would be doing meditation all the time, as in Vipassana, bringing a mental self back home all the time. And then by the time I finish with my yoga session, my mind would be in the state of the deep bliss. Very tranquil, very peaceful. And by then, I was quite ready to just sit still and absorb in this magnificent positive energy, the meditative energy. So I would sit there for another hour, 1 hour. By the end, I would share the positive energy or the loving kindness. Loving kindness, positive energy is the same to all the being in the entire universe, multiverse, parallel universe, to all my loved ones, my family in Thailand, in England, and to all my students. May love, light, and peace be with them. So that is my routine. So in the winter, the yoga follow with the meditation 1 hour. By then, it might be a bit light outside, because in the winter, it would get, the sun wouldn't rise until about 8 to 8:30, quite late. So by then, it's like the dawn state, morning. I would go outside or wrap up and do my Tai Chi. I would do Tai Chi about 20 minutes to 25 minutes in the fresh air. I won't go out to do only when it heavily rain heavily. If the rain is not too heavy, I will still go out. I wrap up well. So only when it rains heavily, only when it snows, only when it really icy on the ground. If it's icy on the ground, I can, in these 3 states, I cannot do Tai Chi out there. So I would do something in the house. So anyway, these 3 activities are my routine for years now. And I would finish all this routine before breakfast. I might have a glass of water, warm water, or a cup of tea, or maybe not at all, just some water, warm water, and then I would carry on with my routine continuously until I finish, and then breakfast then. So it takes altogether about roughly over 2 hours. That's why I have to get up early. If I get up late, My breakfast will be late, will be delayed as well. Okay, so these are my routine that I would do daily. I would do daily. Okay, unless I have to travel, go somewhere, of course I can't do it. This is something that I do to protect myself from complacency. I don't trust myself because I don't know when Jerry, a whole army of Jerry, going to attack me. I want to make sure that I am immune to Jerry by constantly push myself with this practice, commit myself to this practice. ต้องไม่ประมาท Okay? I don't give the chance to complacency, no. And this is I do for myself because I have been through the agonizing mental pain in the past and I don't like it. It's not nice. I like to be in control of my Jerry. I like to have the ability that if I want to dispose of this unpleasant Jerry, I can just discard Jerry at will, on demand. That's why I invest all my effort to this practice because I know that it works. I have proven for myself for a long time already. I started this spiritual journey at the age of 19, a student year. I'm 65 years old now. That's why I have this opportunity to stand on this side opposite you and share with you the essence of the Buddha's teaching, the wisdom, the instruction, the technique of Vipassana. Because I know that how awesome it is. This is truly awesome. Make this life become full, filled, fully content, fully at peace, in control, strength, having courage. Okay? All this wholesome quality will be with you when you invest in this practice. So this is something that I would like to share with you. Right, I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes for you to focus, absorb in your positive energy of this blissful state of mind. So if you're still seeing your blissful state, your peaceful state of mind, I'd like to know that. Just shout yes. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Right, we are going to leave the meditative state now. Massage your temple. Massage your earlobes. Smack onto your face. Your arms, the other side of your arms, your stomach, your legs, okay, and then look at both sides of the spectrum. the overwhelming sensation, and the blissful state. So this is about training for you to live in the eye of the storm. Now take a deep breath. Slowly open your eyes. Still look at your inner sight. Can you still see both spectrum clearly? The sensation and the blissful state. If you can see it clearly with your eyes open, just shout yes. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Very good, very good. Okay, so I have explained to you quite clearly, the whole perspective. Okay, is there any questions? Is there any questions that you like to ask? No? Is it clear, Long Pi? It's very clear. And then you have that experience, that blissful state. Yeah, Anumotana, praise for you. So you can understand now that the essence of the Buddha's teaching really stand for challenge, isn't it?
Yes.
Really stand for challenge. Which is something that we really should proud of. But the sad part is that the delivery of this part, the essence of the teaching is still very much lack of, isn't it? Very much lack of.